Just fine. Hopefully you all are doing good. Today we're going to talk about Medicare and a little bit about Social Security. I forgot to plug to my computer, which is not good because the battery's not all that good, but we're going to go on here and I've got some information about Medicare. I got the step-by-step guide, and you know, it basically amounts to you can either have it or not if you're living abroad. But you can have it and not pay anything. Or you can have it and you can pay. But you won't be covered if you're overseas. There it is right there. That's the bottom line. All right, we're going to get started here. We got some news. You know, Mr. Taxon, who he was charged and he was found guilty, and he's got 8 years in jail. Then he got a pardon down to 1 year. Now he's going to ask for another pardon so he can completely get out of jail, go and live with his family because his health is not so good. And whether or not that's true, I don't know. But they are talking about it, and that's what he wants. He wants a general pardon based on for medical reasons, and we should find out in the next couple of weeks whether or not he's going to get it. So there you go. There. What else here? If you don't know, Thailand is a preferred destination for remote work. They're constantly pumping this up like it's a big deal. And you know, you can, as long as you got good internet, you can live just about anywhere. So I don't know why they make it such a big deal here. But you know, I don't know why he came back. I think he came back because he feels like he's getting old. He wants to spend time with his family in his own country. He wants to show that, you know, that he can do it. And, you know, I have a feeling he thinks he has certain rights that others don't have. And he's proving himself to be correct. So, anyway, that's neither here nor there. But, yeah, Thailand, they're saying Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Phuket, Koh Phangan, and where else? Phuket. What else? What was the other one? There was 5 of them. Phuket, Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Koh Phangan. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. 4 places. But, you know, you can be anywhere. All right, now the other big thing is that Line is buying e-payment growth, and they've recently acquired Rabbit Line Pay. Line is a great service. It started out in Japan, apparently, and now it's owned, 33% is owned by Japan, 33% by another Line Man Wong Nai, and 33% by Line Thailand. So they're aiming to do different things, and hopefully we'll see something in the near future. I don't know, but they said they have their strength is over 10 million in Line Man and Wong Nai users, over 500,000 merchants, and 100,000 using it to ride on the BTS. Okay. Anyway, so, you know, just this place is so noisy, and it's only 5 after 9. They got music playing. They got these people over here. They're all excited. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, good morning to everyone. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the Medicare system. And if you don't know about Medicare, Part A is the hospital insurance. Part B is the medical insurance, like doctor's fees. Part C is Medicare Advantage plans, which I believe you have to pay for, private group health care plans approved by Medicare. And Part D is the Medicare prescription drug plan. And all these are available only in the U.S., although, let's see here, where is it? Do I have it? Let's see here. It's all the countries that are affiliated or that are, let's see, do I have it? Like Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam. Those places are included in the healthcare services, the Medicare services. So you got to be aware of these things, but I think that, you know, if you're living overseas permanently in Thailand or anywhere else for that matter, why would you pay for it? Why would you pay for anything? It makes no sense to me. I'm not going to pay for Medicare if I can't get it in the country where I live. And I live in Thailand. I've lived here. I've only been to the United States for about 3-4 months in almost 30 years. Because I go every couple of years. Really, I go for about 2 weeks every time I go, maybe a week. The last time I was there for less than 2 weeks because I was in other places. Why would you say you're going to pay for it? And I don't know how much it is, because you can't find out how much it is. Let me see something. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So those are the basics. But let me see something here. Okay. If you don't qualify for Premium Part A, you might be able to buy it 2023. The premium is either $2,078 or $506 a month, depending on how long you or your spouse worked and paid Medicare taxes. Let me see what it costs here. That sounds pretty good. I'm saying from the U.S. perspective, if you live in the U.S., that's not all that much. Over here, we don't pay that much for our insurance. For me, Nicholas and Alex, we don't pay $506. We don't even pay $278. All right, for premium, you pay $0, and the deductible is $1,600. For Part B, the premium is $164.90 a month. Minimum. And I don't want Part B either, because I'm going to continue to live overseas. If I'm in the United States, it'll only be temporary. So, there you go. The deductible is $226. For Part D, let's see here. You may pay a penalty. How much is Part D? Oh, this is talking about penalties. They don't even tell you how much you're going to pay. Most plans charge a deductible, an amount you pay before the plans start to pay. For prescriptions you fill, the deductible amount varies based on which plan you join. So you can join whatever you want, but you may be paying more. You may not get as much. You may get more. It doesn't really tell me here. But so those are the costs, the minimum costs for Medicare. Let's see here. All right, so let's get to it. If you live outside the U.S. and you want to sign up for Medicare, the standard Medicare eligibility requirements still apply. Oh, here it is right here. If you live in the 50 states, District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam, American Samoa, Northern Mariana Islands, if you live in Puerto Rico, you automatically receive Medicare Part A once you're eligible, but you need to sign up for B. If you're no longer working, you can choose to pay Medicare Part B premium while you're overseas or delay enrollment until you come back into the country. However, you may have to pay a late enrollment fee. If you're working abroad, you can delay Part B coverage if you have employer-sponsored health care, national health care, any of the above coverage through your spouse, organization-sponsored health care for volunteers. Okay. Now, here we go. Medicare coverage when living abroad temporarily. It only covers services in a foreign hospital if it's closer than the nearest U.S. hospital that can provide treatment. And one of the following applies. You live within the U.S., you have a medical emergency in the U.S., you have a medical emergency while traveling through Canada. If you're living abroad temporarily and plan to travel back to the U.S., it would be beneficial to enroll in Medicare. That way you'll be able to access Medicare benefits upon your return. To sign up for Medicare abroad, you contact your closest U.S. embassy or consulate. They're listed on the Social Security website. There are 3 situations in which a Medicare may pay for the Medicare covered health care services in a foreign hospital. If you experience a medical emergency when you're in the U.S., but a foreign hospital is closer to you than any of the domestic hospitals will treat you. Okay. You experience a medical emergency traveling through Canada. You live in the U.S. in the foreign hospital. Okay, so, you know. Medicare for people who live abroad but plan to move or fly back frequently. Social Security has a screening tool. Let me see here. Payments abroad screening tool. Have you been outside the U.S.? District of Columbia, Guam? Yes. Okay, continue. Are you a U.S. citizen? Yes. You currently receiving disability or retirement? Let's see, or retirement payments on your own earning records. Let's say yes. Select a country outside where you live. Thailand. There you go. As a U.S. citizen, you may receive your Social Security payments outside the U.S. in this country as long as you're eligible. Okay, so that's for Social Security. Doesn't tell me about Medicare. Anyway, before I forget, do me a favor. Smash the like button, subscribe, join, and check the description down below. It's got everything that you need down there, including my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Yeah, you can become a Patreon patron. You can become a member of this channel. You can also become, you can become a Patreon patron, and you can use the Cash App for Buy Me a Coffee, or you can use the Super Chat. So there you go. All right, so let's just see here. Let's continue. Basic rules on non-coverage abroad. In most cases, Medicare won't pay for health or medical supplies you get outside the U.S. All right, this just tells you the same thing. Like I said, you got 4 parts rather. But let's go here. Medicare for people who fly abroad, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Medicare for people who permanently live overseas. If you plan on living abroad for an extended period of time, I think Jono has Medicare. I think he does pay for Medicare. I'm not sure, but I need to ask him. I think he did pay and now he's disenrolled. I'm not sure, but I need to ask him. If you plan on living abroad for an extended period of time, you should keep your premium-free Part A if you have it, and consider enrolling in or keeping Part B. If you don't fly back to the United States often, it may not be. Thank you very much, Lotto Retirement Strategist. Thank you. Choke knee to you. If you don't fly back to the United States often, it may not be worth to pay the Part B premiums for coverage you can't use overseas. However, if you don't apply for Part B when you're first eligible but decide to sign up at a later date, you'll incur a late enrollment penalty, which is a lot. It's like 10% every year. To cancel a current B, you must contact Social Security and continue paying for the premiums for 1 more month after notifying Social Security. If you're a long-term expat, you should disenroll from Part D if you have it because it doesn't cover prescription drugs purchased abroad. Before you move abroad or while living abroad, you may want to explore other health insurance options that will provide the most extensive coverage both within the United States and abroad. So basically, the way that it works out is, if you're living permanently in Thailand or wherever else it is, you can get the premium free if you qualify. That basically is, you haven't made that much money, you fall under the ceiling, and you are allowed to get this premium free. You should get that. You'll have that. It's premium free. You get it. There's no problem. However, you probably don't want the Part B unless you feel like paying for it, unless you got the money to pay for it, because you may not use it. If you're overseas, you're not going to be able to use it. So you're paying $160-something a month, plus you got to pay the deductible, which, what did it say it was, $1,600? Let me see here. We don't have that anymore. Let's see. Well, I don't know. The documents you'll need are passport, medical records, information on pre-existing health conditions, immunization records, Social Security card, insurance documents, bank information, driver's license or international driving permits, birth certificate, flight information, visa, work permit, copies of other important documents. This is to move abroad. You need to plan everything out, whether you want this or not. If you've already got it, you may, and you're paying for it, you may want to disenroll. So I sign up for Part B, then a later date cancel Part B. You won't incur, no, you will incur. You will incur a penalty. Well, you're going to have to pay something. I don't know what it is. But if you don't have it and then you get it, you come back to the U.S., you didn't plan on coming back, you go back, you're going to have to pay the 10% for every year. Let me see exactly if I can find out what it was. I had a general idea of what it is. If you waited 2 full years to sign up for Part B and didn't qualify for special enrollment period, you'll have to pay a 20% late enrollment penalty, 10% for each 12-month period, plus the standard monthly premium, $164.90. So that is the standard fee, is $164.90. Now, I don't know, if you're planning on going back to the U.S., it might be worth paying that if you have it. Some people don't have it. I don't want to pay it because, to me, it's be a waste because I'm not in the U.S. that much. And anyway, I have coverage from the VA, and I have full coverage, so I don't need Medicare, although the VA's coverage is not the greatest, apparently, until you get seen by them and you are in the system, which it might take me a while to get in, and in the interim I may pass away, I don't know. So there you are with that. When to sign up? Oh, I thought it's at 65. Yeah. Seven months. Around the month you turn 65. 3 months before your birthday through 3 months after your birthday. You didn't sign up for Part A during your initial enrollment. You can sign up during general enrollment between January 1st and March 31st. Coverage begins July 1st. If you're a qualified individual, there may be a penalty premium for a late sign-up. In certain cases, if you did not sign up for Plan A when initially eligible because you were covered under a group health plan based on current employment, you can sign up later during a special enrollment period. If you're volunteering abroad, you may also qualify for the special enrollment period. Plan B, the rules are generally the same for Part A, with the exception of a higher and permanent penalty premium for late sign-up mentioned under the description of Plan B. All right, Plan C, we're not going to get into too much. Plan D, all right, let's see here. Here's a couple of questions that I think are interesting. I'm 71, enrolled in Medicare Part B when I was 65. Then we moved abroad. I dropped Part B and have used the local health system in our country of residence for 4 years. Now we are returning to the U.S. and need to re-enroll with Part B. What are the penalties after a hiatus? Your best bet is to consult with the Federal Benefits Unit. The general rule is that the premium is permanently increased by 10% for each full 12-month period in which you were eligible for Medicare Part B but were not enrolled. Permanent increase. So that means it goes up $16.40, then it goes up $18, then it goes up like $20. It goes up for every year. Crazy. What are the implications of the Affordable Care Act for Americans abroad? Will I be penalized for not having health insurance coverage? Well, I don't have that coverage. Under the Affordable Health Care, probably known as Obamacare, there's a special provision that individuals residing outside the United States or residents of territories shall be treated as having minimal essential coverage for any month they are qualified under the tax code as residing abroad. Medicare remains the same even if you have affordable health care. Will I be subject to the 3.8 NIIT tax as a result? Contact your tax professional, that's what it says. All right, so now I wanted to talk about the Social Security a little bit also. And the reason is because, you know, Social Security, the fund is supposed to run out in approximately 10 years. 10 to 12, 9 to 13, it just depends on who you listen to, but somewhere around 10 years. And lawmakers are trying to shore up Social Security's ailing funds. And there are two key changes that they're thinking of making. One is raising the retirement age and increasing the amount of annual wages subject to the Social Security payroll tax. That could mean requiring Americans to wait until they are 70 to collect their full retirement benefits. Current rules are 66 and 67, depending on the date of birth. Now, it does say here, where is it? It says here that, okay, Social Security full retirement is gradually changing to 67 based on changes enacted in 1983. Okay. So, where's it at? It said something to the effect that you won't be subject to these changes unless you start paying in after 1983. I think that's what it says. Let me see here. 90% of earnings were subject in 1983 to Social Security taxes. The other thing that they're talking about is cutting Social Security by 20 to 23%. which does not bode well for anybody, because it's already, really, you're at poverty level if you're just relying on Social Security. 3 in 10 Social Security beneficiaries claimed at age 60 they had stopped working. 21. Now, Biden has said he will not cut a single Social Security or Medicare benefit. Now, I can tell you, he may not be president in another year. He may not be president, so what does it matter with him? I mean, great, he's not going to raise or cut anything, but after that, the president may go ahead and do so. So, you know, it doesn't mean much that he's saying this. Now, let me see. I saw this here, and I can't find it. Why not? Maybe I'm not looking. Maybe I saw the wrong thing. Also, they're talking about people paying Social Security for up to $250,000 instead of $160,200. Okay, here we are. Reapplying Social Security payroll tax on wages over $250,000 also requires wealthy individuals to pay a 12.4% tax. This is a plan that's introduced by Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Will it pass? I don't think so, but stranger things have happened. Now, it's supposed to be about 10 years, 2 years sooner than the Social Security actuaries estimated last year. Once these depletion rates are reached, benefits of 23 or 20, benefit cuts of 23 or 20% respectively. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to find the money, they're going to make it, they're going to raise the time until you can until you can receive Social Security benefits. I think it's going to go from 67 to 70. And, you know, that in itself is a cut. But where did it say that? I could have sworn it said here that, oh, okay, here it is right here. It's called for raising the full retirement age to 70 for people born in 1978 or later. This is the Republican Study Committee budget. Current beneficiaries and near retirees will likely be spared from any retirement age changes. Well, I hope so. But younger generations may feel the pinch. Sorry. You got to do what you got to do. But this Republican Study Committee budget, they will not make anybody born before 1978. They will not make you your retirement age 70 years of age. In 2021, 81.4% of all wages were subject to Social Security taxes, as opposed to 90%. Cumulative losses since 1983 mean the Social Security Trust Fund has 50% fewer reserves, or $1.4 trillion less. As of 2022, according to the Economic Policy Institute, between 2019 and 2021, about $26 billion in revenue was lost. All right, listen, they clearly have to do something. And my biggest fear is that the Democrats and Republicans will not be able to come together and agree on a policy that's going to allow them to come up with a solution to this problem. They're going to fight back and forth. They're going to fight, and you know what? There is no sense of urgency for this. How urgent is it? It's urgent. To me, it's urgent. To them, it's not urgent. Oh, we'll just keep collecting our big paychecks. Why don't you tell them they won't collect anything and their money is going to start to go towards Social Security, and I bet you they'll get off their ass and they'll get something into play. Good or bad, they will. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. It says they could continue as a minimum. At a minimum, lawmakers should consider lifting the earnings cap to a level that results in 90% of earnings being subject to Social Security tax. If we were back to the 90% instead of, what was it, 81.4%, that would significantly increase revenues. So there you are there. And leaders face tough trade-offs as debt ceilings loom. The higher retirement age may be accompanied by other changes like robust minimum benefit, for example, that can protect people at the bottom of income distribution. Okay. Just raising payroll taxes without benefit cuts could provide enough money to shore up the program, but some experts question whether that would be responsible when other tax increases are needed to pay for the country's needs. Our country, and our country is America, I'm talking about, my country, the country where I hail from, the United States, it's in deep doo-doo financially. And it's because they just keep thinking they have plenty of money and they can help everybody and they can give money whenever they want, they can send money wherever they want, they can do whatever they want, and they just keep printing out money. They don't understand, oh, you know what? We're going to have to pay at some point. And, you know, every couple of, I don't know what it is, every 6 months it feels like, but really every couple of the debt ceiling. Infinite resource. It's dangerous to think about Social Security. Okay. If we rely only on more revenue from high-income people to fix this problem, we're not going to be able to tap that endlessly for other priorities that we have as a country, like massive federal debt. That in itself is a big problem. Massive federal debt. They will need to work 25 more years to retire at 70. Yeah, well, I probably won't be around by then. I don't know. I'll be an old man, and I'm not going to care about it. You know. I mean, when it all comes down to it, the way that I look at it is, it would be nice to figure something out that is good for everybody. However, first and foremost comes numero uno, and that's me. You know, I can't be put in a position where I come last and I don't get anything. And, you know, I'm worrying about all the other people. It's not going to work that way. You know, I want something. And, you know, and the thing is, I can't do anything about it. I can vote, I can hope and pray, and that really is all we can do. We can vote and we can hope and pray. That's about all we can do. You know, that's the bottom line. Now, let me see here. You know, I've been looking at all kinds of videos about Medicare and everything. It really basically comes down to, do you feel like you're going to be in the United States and you can use Medicare? If you don't think you're going to be in the United States when you're older, take the free premium. You know, that's the best bet if you qualify for it, which, you know, I don't know what the stipulations are. I'm trying to find out here. I've been trying to find out. You know, and if you got health insurance, well, that's great, but don't let it lapse, because if you let it lapse and you're older, you may not be able to reinstate it. 8 Social Security services you may not know about. Let's just take a look at those. Let's just take a look for us old people, for the elderly out there. The array of surprising and useful services goes beyond monthly checks. Really? Well, let's see what it is. Expedited disability claims. Well, I don't qualify for disability, so representative payees. Oh, okay, so this is some people, some social security recipients are not able to manage their own benefit payments. I don't know if that's good or bad. Help with Medicare drug costs, extra help, a program run by Social Security and Centers for Medicare, Medicaid, thank you. Services can reduce prescription drug expenses for low Medicare beneficiaries by an estimated $5,300 per year. Wow. All right. So you might be able to get a little help with your drugs. Translation and interpretation. All right. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm not Spanish. I'm not Mexican. I'm not Vietnamese or whatever, but that's what you get. International Social Security agreements, okay. Alright, whatever. A proof of income doesn't seem like a big deal to me. Benefits for grandchildren, okay, that might be good. Well, it looks baby names galore. It doesn't seem like it's a big deal to me. What they offer you is not all that big of a deal. Anyway, so those are some of the things that you get with Medicare. And what are you going to do? If you're older and you live here, I'm going to say if you lived here over, say, 10 years and you really don't think you're going to move back to the United States, then either don't get it or get the premium free. Part A. Don't get the part B unless you got the money to pay it and you got plenty of money. And as far as Part D, I don't know how that works. I'm not sure about it. And, you're not going to get the medicine in a foreign country. There you go. I guess you could have somebody fill all the paperwork for you, out for you in the United States, get the medicine at an address that you have, and then have them send it over here or to wherever you are. I guess you could do that, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of safeguards they have so that people don't. Certain people do it. I know. I know a few that may do it, but I don't know how easy it is to do that. So that's something else to think about. But I can tell you from being here, I've been here since I was, I think, 33. And you don't realize it. You don't realize it. And before you know it, 5 years is gone, 10 years, 20 years. Wow, you've been here for 30 years, almost 30 years? Yeah, oh, wow. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it to me. Now, the chance of me going back and living in the U.S. full time is, I would say, somewhat slim. And if I go back there, it will only be a brief period of time, which it may be a couple of years. But if I have insurance that covers me, or I have VA coverage and hopefully I'll get decent coverage, then that's fine. Hopefully I won't get sick. I'll be healthy and strong as an ox, and I won't have any major problems. But we all know how that goes. And if you're in your, say, 40s or 50s, you better start planning. Because I can tell you that it happens sooner than you think. And what are you going to do when it happens? You got to make a choice. I'm going to have to make a choice in a couple of years. And I have a feeling, as of right now, I know what my choice is, but it depends on what's going on in my life, because I'm not sure, will I still be here? Will I be somewhere else? Where will I be? So it really depends, and will I be collecting Social Security? Because, you know, I'm thinking about it, but if I was to get money at, say, 62, and they cut it by 20% or 30%, whatever it is, 23%, I'd be better off wait till I'm 65, collecting more, and then they cut it 20%. It'll be exactly what I was going to get when I was 62. I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, I really, when the time comes, I will figure it out, and I will know what I want to do. But I want to see what the cost of living adjustment is, which I think it's only 2 to 3% this year, and we should find out by October 15th. I have been planning and looking forward to making the move from U.S. to Thailand soon. Right, the last 20 years have flown by. Yes. You know, one day I'm a young man and I'm out partying like, you know, hey, there's no tomorrow. I've got nothing else to think about. I'm young and dumb, and, you know. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'm 30 now. You know, I really don't. I can live in Thailand. Maybe I'll just live in Thailand for a year. That was my plan. I'll live in Thailand for a year. And, you know, the best laid, I always say this, but the best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. And that's what happened to me. After a year, I thought, I'll stay a little bit longer. I really don't want to go back. Not yet. I'll stay a little bit longer. And I stayed, and before I knew it, I was like, all right, I'll stay here for a little while longer. I don't know how long, but I'll stay. And I met my wife, you know, and I was like, well, now I got somebody that I care about. Do I really want to leave? No, I don't really want to leave. Then we got married, and we had kids, and it's kind of like, then before you know it, you're in. You're locked in. You better have some big money if you want to move. I mean, I figured out how much it would cost to move back to the United States and to do it properly. And it would be a couple million baht, which is, I mean, it probably costs us 75, 100,000 to get set up properly, to get a car, to have a nice place. Monthly, you know, everything's covered for the first, say, 6 months. All these kind of insurance, everything like that. It would probably cost us, I mean, we could do it on the cheap, don't get me wrong. But really, if we want to do it right, it probably costs us at least 50,000 up to about 100,000. And that's because it is a lot more expensive in the United States now than it used to be. A lot more expensive when I was a kid. You know, when I was a kid, you used to be able to get a burger for, you know, 49 cents. 99 cents if you're lucky, but 49 cents, okay, once in a while when I was really young. Now how much is it? I don't know. You go to Burger King, it's going to cost you 10 or 20 bucks for one person, depending on what you get. Less value in the U.S., and I can tell you, in my eyes, I really never want to live full-time in the U.S. I don't want it to happen. Never. I never want it to happen. And it's not about reassimilating into U.S. culture. It's, first of all, I don't know the culture now. I don't know what it's like now. I'm sure there are some things that are the same, but I don't know what it's like now compared to then. You know, to go back would be a huge culture shock. I mean, I am entrenched in Thai society. I know just about everything. $7 for a dragon fruit. What's it cost here? $1.50? Not even that? $1? I don't know. I forget what I saw the other day. I saw one the other day, and it wasn't cheap, but it was not expensive. It wasn't $7, I can tell you that. and it was a big dragon fruit. You know, I mean, people give us fruits. We get fruit every couple of months from the lady across the street, from the lady who we rent the house from. We get all kinds of fruit. We get lychee, we get rambutan, we get jackfruit, we get oranges. They just give it to us. We might have 4 or 5 jackfruit. They're free. They're free. And I remember I was walking across Thailand. I was walking across Prachuap to go to the Burmese border. I took that walk and I was really thirsty. And there was a lady there selling dragon fruit. It was 3 for 100 baht. And she gave me the 3. She just gave them to me. She goes, oh, just take them. I go, no, let me give you the money. No. Okay. I ate those 3 dragon fruit. From the time I walked from her to the time I walked to this intersection, which was not that far. I mean, I ate them one right after another. And they were very good. They quenched my thirst. That's what I needed, was a thirst quencher. So, you know, I mean, prices are going up here. I say it all the time, but I just did a video, and hopefully I'll have the video up this weekend. It's how much you can get for $3.14 here in Thailand. And basically, I got 2 full meals for $3.14. That's all it was. $3.14, 2 meals. It used to be, here in Thailand, you could get a meal for $1. And now it's gone up to about $1.50, something like that. But I got a bowl of this soup, and I got some pork belly, which I love. And they don't give you the amount of pork belly that you would get if you just bought the pork belly yourself. Pork belly is 100 grams is 100 baht. 200 grams, 200 baht. Okay? And sometimes they have it in the mall, and I buy it in the mall. And, you know, sometimes, a lot of times they don't have it in the mall, so I don't buy it. But there's a guy down the street that sells it, and he sells it at, I don't know what the grocery sells it for. But the guy down the street sells it for 100 baht for 100 grams. And he gives me 100 grams, and I go through it like that. It's nothing. Now, 100 baht is like $3, a little bit less than $3. But when I went in and got the other dish, it was it a 55? Was it 55 baht? Yeah, 55 baht. And it was basically some pork on top of rice, white rice. They pour a sauce on top of it. Boom, there you go. That's your meal. And I didn't eat the rice. I didn't eat much of it. Because I don't eat much rice. I try to stay away from rice and bread and all that other stuff. But it was very good. And so anyway, I'll be putting that video up probably this week. So there you go. And I got some more videos from CASHAPP, which should be good. I got a massage there. We got a fire show, which I'm probably going to have to cut the music out of it because there's like 5 or 6 songs in there, but they do the fire show too. That, and every single one of them is copyrighted. So I may have to take the music out. I don't know. But anyway, we're here. We're having a little friendly chat. And if you got Social Security, if you're getting ready to get Social Security, you need to think long and hard about what you're going to do, when you're going to take it. I know people that take it at 62 and they have no qualms about it. They're perfectly fine with taking it at 62. Now, if they cut it by 23%, they may not be so happy. So I'm going to say that, you know, I just don't see how they can do it. I don't see how they can cut Social Security 20 to 23% in 10 years, because that would at least negate all of the cost of living adjustments in the next 10 years. It would negate probably all of them, maybe just some of them, but that means you're losing money. Your Social Security is not worth as much as it used to be. So I don't see them doing that. I see them saying, we're going to cut it by saying we're going to raise the age in which you can apply for Social Security. I don't know what their rationale is, but you know, if you look at politicians, their rationale is always different than what the average or the layman, what their rationale would be. And to me, I'm like, well, wait a minute, we pay in a certain amount. You're supposed to administer it with good faith. However, after, you know, however many years, you're going to say, oh, well, you're not going to get it now. What if they will grandfather? Well, they said that they would. If they don't grandfather it, I think people would go nuts. I really think they know, and I think that would be cause for concern for the U.S. government. I really believe that. I don't think they can do that and get away with it. I think if they raise the age, people will be pissed. But, you know, if you're born in 1977, you got nothing to worry about. I was born in 62. I got nothing to worry about, probably. And I cannot see them not grandfathering it. Everybody grandfathers stuff. The only place it doesn't is Malaysia. You know. So, another 9-10 years before they do anything. They may just, well, you know, let's go along and figure it out. And, you know, I wouldn't be worried, no. Should be able to get the same amount, maybe possibly minus 20%. And, you know, I'm counting on my Social Security. I'll be honest, I'm counting on it. So, all right, now I can breathe. I don't have to worry about stuff. And I had planned on taking it when I'm 62. Now I don't know. I'm not sure. I was planning on taking it in a little over a year. I don't know if I'm going to now. I don't know if I'll get enough. I don't know if it's going to be worth my while. And, you know, them cutting it is completely unacceptable. You know, so if you have any inkling that it might happen, you might want to write your congressman or representative. You might want to write them and say, hey, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know. You know, I mean, it may or may not make a difference. But I tell you what, I actually am thinking of doing it. And I will probably do it. I will make a form letter, and I will send that letter out every single year for the next 10 years or whatever. I will continue to do it because I think it's important, you know, and I'm living abroad. I mean, I've almost lived abroad longer than I've lived in the United States. So take that for what it's worth. And Thailand isn't giving me anything, you know. They're not going to give me anything. My buddy worked here for I don't know how many years, 20 years, 25 years, and he gets like 3,000 baht a month, and it only lasts for I forget how many years, but not all that long, like 10 years. And he has to be in Thailand to collect it. He has to come back to Thailand once a year to collect that. He has to say, oh yeah, I'm here, and then they'll put it in his bank. He still has the bank account, I don't know how all that works. But he's very fortunate because he collects that. He has another small pension, and I mean small, from the aerospace industry, and then he has Social Security, and so altogether, you know, if he hits like $2,000, you know, he's all right. He's comfortable. You know, it's if you're making $2,000 a month, you can live in Thailand, and you can be comfortable. I don't have to raise my kids anymore, you know, pay into the in another 2 years. I don't have to do that. I don't have to pay for the time when they're in kindergarten. I've already done all that stuff. So I don't have to continue to do it, which saves money. I don't have to, even Nicholas, he doesn't stay at home. I don't really pay for his food all that much. And he's going to finish school in another year and a half or so. Alex is already done. Alex will be working soon enough. I don't have to pay for him. So, you know, we have to worry, my wife and I have to worry about us. And that's it. I truly believe that. I believe we'll be just fine, very comfortable. If we wanted to live in Ecuador, we could do it in another, say, 2 years, maybe 3 years. And, you know, we've thought about going there and everything. The only thing is that it's not nearly as safe as Thailand or some places in Southeast Asia. And that kind of, it makes us take a step back and take a closer look. And I really need to take a closer look at that before I make any decisions. And like I said, it'll be 2-3 years before, if I'm going to move, before I would do something like that. My wife would be happy. She'll be happy wherever we go. I believe that. She wants to go to the United States to get her citizenship. I personally don't want to be in the United States. So I wouldn't be with her full time. And, you know, that's all right. We're all right with that. No. I don't want it to be, well, I live in Ecuador, you live in America, and that's it. We're done. I don't want it to be like that. You know, there's a reason why we're married. We've been married for a long time. But I believe she'll be happy pretty much wherever she goes. In Ecuador, one of the big things that we saw and that we really liked was the cost of groceries. It was phenomenally lower than here in Thailand. I could not believe it. We bought most people know this already that have been watching the channel, but we bought 2 baskets of groceries. I thought, oh man, this is going to be like $250, something like that. It's going to be expensive. And it was like $130, and I just went, my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it. What are the benefits? Well, she'd be a U.S. citizen. You know, if she works there, she'll get her own Social Security, and she could qualify for mine, I guess, but I don't really know how all that works. I'd have to look into it a little bit, but I mean, you know, I don't know how important it really is, because she can go wherever she wants on her Thai passport. No, it doesn't take 10 years to get citizenship. I think it takes 3 years. It takes time to get your green card, and then it takes, I think, another 3 years after that to get permanent residency. And she's supposed to be in the country most of that time. So that's what's kind of the sticking point, because we were going to apply for it. I actually have an application pending right now. And, you know, I'm just, she was like, should we go ahead and do it? I go, I don't know, you know. Are you ready to quit your job? Because if she gets approved to be in the United States, well then she really needs to go there. That means we need to go. That means everybody needs to go there. Our whole family needs to go there. We don't want to just leave everybody behind. In country 6 months out of every 12. Yes. Hey, Patty Bob, how you doing? Good to see you here. You know, that's all right, I guess. But, you know, no. I just have I am really apprehensive about living, whether it's part-time or whatever. If you live with a woman in Thailand for... Who said that? I don't know anything about that. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. You're in hospital and bored waiting for a doctor. Could you... I was going to ask you, what are you doing? Are you in the hospital now? I was going to ask you that, but I thought, I'll hold back. That sucks. But it's good we could keep you entertained here. I never heard that. Let me see something here real quick if I can. See if I can log in here. Well, I think my battery is dead. My battery's dead. Somebody can look it up. All you have to do is look up Thailand common law marriage, and it should be able to tell you. I've never heard of common law marriage in Thailand. I know that there is marriage that is unregistered, which is you go before the temple and you go before the monks and they say, okay, you're married now. They tie string around your wrists, blah, blah, blah. But you're not registered. You are not legally married. That's a village wedding. So, I mean, you worry too much, dude. Really, you worry too damn much. You gotta stop worrying and just pull the trigger if you want to come here. Just do it. You know, if I held back on everything that I could have been scared about when I came to Thailand, I would have never come. Oh, they don't speak English. I was like, yeah, they don't. And you know, I think I can get by with that now. I can start to learn the language, you know. Syrian Thai says, come stay in a hospital for a weekend vacation, view of hospital and full facilities less than a hotel, but Thai only. Well, you know, some Thais, they get insurance and they use it when they shouldn't really use it, when they're not ill. They use it to get off of work. And they'll stay in a hospital and they get paid while they're in the hospital because they have some other kind of insurance. Some people do that. Don't ask me. I wouldn't even think of it. But, you know, I don't want to be in hospital, honestly. I want to be as far away from a hospital as I can be. That is the last place that I want to be. Honestly, I don't want to be in a hospital because I don't want to be around sick people. I don't want to be around doctors. Nurses, that's a different story, but I just don't want to be around them. You know. Alrighty. Keep smashing that like button. I really like it. Smash the like button. It helps. Click like. Click subscribe. Click join. Hit the join button. You should have a join button below the video window. Hit that. Hit the Patreon patron. Hit the CASHAPP. Hit everything. Go to my website at americaninbangkok.com. You know, they're starting to build the walkway that's going to go from the SkyTrain all the way to here in the mall. And it's interesting to see how it comes about. It's really interesting. It's being built and, you know, you can't walk on it now. But little by little, they are building the walkway. And, you know, hopefully it'll be done soon. A certain amount of time she has to be a citizen to get your social security benefits. Yes, I know that. My opinion of the hospitals, the pharmacy seems to be always staffed by the cutest ladies. Yeah, pharmacies are good. Spent most of the year in the hospital. Not recommended for peace of mind. Yeah, I would not do that. I would not go into a hospital. Well, you can't even see over that way. Yeah, in the 10-year period. 40 credits in the 10-year period. So, I mean, listen, I made it. And honestly, I didn't make, I mean, I only worked in the United States up until about 32. And I think I worked in Alaska 1 year. And I managed to get it. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the United States for that, but I want to see these politicians do the right thing. And, you know, yes, exactly, Bob. A lot of people coming in here now. All kinds. That's what I'll say. All kinds of people coming in. They had the music on earlier. Now they don't. It's great. They finally turned it off. They had the whole mall was, the music was blaring when I first started the stream. You know, slowly but surely they're opening this place up. I don't know that. Man, I can't see a mall undergoing a change in the United States. I don't know how many malls have undergone severe renovation like this. This is massive what they're doing. And to me, I think it's kind of stupid. I mean, you're going to make the mall better. But why not do like one portion of the mall and then another portion of the mall and then another, I mean, you know, close one floor, then close the next floor. Why don't they do it that way? I don't know, and you know, I'm not speaking with experience, but you know, I don't have construction experience on this level. But to me, I just don't understand it. And they've got shops here that I'm just going, I don't even know some of these shops. I don't even know what the hell they're doing with them, and maybe it's because I just don't care about shopping as much as like some women. I don't know, but I think it's honestly, I think it's really. I mean, I'm looking at all the places they have here in the front. They have KFC, McDonald's, Mossburger, Mom's Touch, Chester's, Swenson's. Well, they have Cafe Amazon. They have Starbucks down at the other end. And I'm thinking to myself, so you're going to put all the food places right in the very front. Or if you're leaving, it would be in the front, and when you're leaving, you got to go out the front. Why do you want to do that? I don't get it. I just don't. I don't understand their logic, and quite frankly, the only reason I'm here is because I don't want to be at home streaming. You know, my wife is at home now. She's working. She's doing her thing, and you know, I don't want to be sitting in my office. I'd rather be here. It cost me, you know, 60 baht for a cappuccino, 40 baht for an espresso. It's nothing. Doesn't really cost me anything. But to me, they can call this a lifestyle choice. They can call it whatever they want. To me, it's just a big place where everybody is overrun by commercialism. I mean, they got places to eat here, but I think I can go across the street and get it for half the price. Honestly, there's cow moo, cow soy. They have all kinds of dishes that they serve here. Now, they have some that they don't serve across the street, but they have all kinds that they serve across the street, and it is dirt cheap. Entice people to get food and walk around and get food on the way out. Gets you 2 times. You're not going to get me because I don't want to eat here. If I want to eat anywhere, it'll be over in the food court, and most of the time, they're not cheap. The cheapest you're going to get anything over there is about 80 baht. And then it goes up to about 350, but we'll say about 180. Now, if you go across the street, you get a full meal. The highest you're going to pay is about 70 baht. Everything else is 50, 60 baht. I want pad thai 50 baht. I want kanom chin nam niao. I said it wrong. I forgot. 60 baht. Cow soy, 60 baht. Cow moo, 55 baht with an egg. Over here, the minimum you're going to pay is 80 baht. So it's at least 35, 40% higher over here. As much as 100, 150% more. So, you know, as much as I slander Happy Land, as much as I talk smack about Happy Land across the street, they have a food court there that is, it's a bit dated, but the food is great. They have really good food there. And they don't have the value here that they have over there. You know. So, there you go. Hey, how you doing? I'm all right. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Oh, you do? Oh, well, thank you. All right. What's your
We just got here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What's your username? Do you have one?
No,
You don't even know.
I don't know. We've been watching you.
But you watch it. Watch me. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
All right, man. Well, that's great. Thanks.
Been back and forth here forever. So.
Oh, now you're here permanently?
Yeah, just retired.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So they're trying to tell her at the condo that all this was, and no, stop it just here. So
Yeah. No, they open up. This place opens at 8. I think Starbucks opens. I think at 7:30. So there's always something open early.
I'm looking for
AIS.
Yeah.
I don't know that AIS is open here. There's an AIS Telewiz across the street on the second floor. But yeah, I don't know that AIS is open here. They don't even have AIS internet.
I'm Robert.
All right, Robert. Well, I'm Scott.
Yes,
all right.
You're Scott. You're an American.
Yeah, I'm the American in Bangkok.
So am I.
How much is my cockapoo? I don't know. How much is my cockapoo? I don't know. You tell me, Mr. Korean. I'm just gonna call you the Korean. From now on, that's what you are. You're the Korean. So they're coming here to get some grub, get some coffee, stuff. This guy's a nice guy. He's looking for AIS probably because he wants to get the phone service. I should tell him about what he should get to help him out. I should tell him, hook it up with line, set yourself up, get, you can do everything, blah, blah, blah. I gotta ask you, you have a bank account here in Thailand?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I would say get one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a meeting with
And if you get AIS,
yeah.
hook it up with line.
Yeah.
You have line, so hook it up with line.
Yeah.
You can use it for the BTS. You can use it to pay your electric bill. It's pretty convenient.
Yeah,
So.
I lived here before.
Oh, okay. So you know the
we're
ropes.
Trying to get all that. She's very established in her.
She's American? No.
Well, she is American, but she's Thai.
Oh.
But
but she got her American citizenship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's got to reestablish her Thai ID.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why we're saying that conflict of interest to get all the leadership done.
Oh, yeah. That's a pain. Yeah.
We'll go from there.
Okay. Cool. I'm live right now. Live. No, it's all right. Take it easy. All right. How much? Well, Carlos came in and he said that he's recovering and he's okay. So that's great. Hey, didn't know you were I put this video up. I put this up like a week ago. And then I changed it from Sunday to Tuesday. And I put something else up on Sunday. So, yeah. I don't know why people don't get notified sometimes, but it's neither here nor there. Whatever. Now you know. We're here. We talked about Social Security. We talked about Medicare. You know, bottom line is, if you're living here permanently, you don't want to. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I figured you didn't want to know, but you'll want to know when the time comes. You're gonna want to know. Carnivore is coming. He'll be in Pathia in about, let's see, September to October, November, December, 3 months. A little more than 3 months he'll be in Pathia. So that should be fun. Anyway. Bunch of old people sitting around talking. I don't know. Are you going to be here? Are you sure you're going to be here? Are you actually going to be in Thailand? I'm going all over, even the boondocks. Wow. Are you taking Jono with you? You gonna get him out of his little W zone? Oh God. He doesn't come see me, and I don't go see him. Just because I'm not over in that area very often, and I just don't feel like traveling over there just to see him. I gotta have a reason to go down in that area, and then usually I go, hey, are you around? Okay, so you're going. Okay, all right, well, I'm just saying, I don't know, you know. I don't know what Hans has got planned. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have Soldier Dude do PTs. Booked a hotel for the first week. Oh, okay. Good deal. What is this? Oh, is that lady? That's the lady who sells the perfume. She sells the perfume. She's the one who sells the perfume, and she said to me, oh yeah, it's 2,500 baht or whatever she said, 3,000 baht. I said, 3,000 baht for a perfume? I go, that's not a discount. I go, you know, they're like 3,500, 4,000 for it's a little discount. Oh yeah, it's okay. I go, no, honey, I know how much it is. It's 1,700 baht, 1,760 baht. And she's like, oh. She didn't know what to say. That was the end, so I won't buy from her. I'll go to the other girl. There's another girl that sells cologne, perfume, all that other kind of stuff. Anyway, it's 3,300 for 2 bottles of perfume, cologne. So I've got 2 bottles of cologne at my domicile now, and I'll probably end up getting another bottle in the air-conditioned underground garage like Air Force do. That's where you are right now? Wow. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. You know, it's like Bo and I start talking about where do we want to go? We want to go to Krabi? Not really. Did we really want to go to Koh Samet? Not really, but we thought, okay, I haven't been there in a long time, we'll go. Krabi, I mean, I've been there, you know, several times, many times. And then, you know, we're like, okay, so where do we go? And, you know, if I look on these lists, if you look up where to go in Thailand, off the beaten track in Thailand, unusual places to go in Thailand, I've probably been to 9 out of the 10 that are on the list. And so I go, I don't want to go there. 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 Yeah, I could go to Nan, to Pre. I could take a train from the south all the way down to the south of the far south of Thailand, I could do that. You know, I don't want to start in Udon Thani. Yeah, I'd rather start in Chiang Mai. I'd rather do it that way and stop off in a couple places. Stop in Bangkok, boom, take off. Go for a couple other, do other couple cities, you know, that maybe I haven't been before. I'd really like to do that. I really just, to me, that's a better way to go about doing things. The whole border of Thailand. You mean the circumference of Thailand. Go on the outer edge, just like in Africa they did that. There's a guy who did that. Kingsley Holgate. He did that. I could do that. It'd be a bit of a journey. That would be a journey. But I got a couple things planned, so, you know, when I get to my really exciting trip, I'll be in the middle of it before I know it, probably. So, anyway, we are coming to the end of another stream. Unbelievable. Time flies when you're having fun. And this place is already starting. I mean, I can't believe how packed it gets. It gets very busy here very quickly. In about a one hour period, there's, you know, like 50 people in here. Some are coming, some are staying. They're just sitting here. Some are on their phones. Hey, listen, I want to know, can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio acceptable? Because I have a different kind of microphone today. I've never said circumference, said HS geometry. Well, maybe if I'm measuring something. Well, the outer edge. If I did the outer edge of Thailand, oh my God, that would be I would need to rent a car for that. And I don't know that it's possible. I guess it is, but yeah, you know, I'd have to look into that. I still want to go across Thailand one more time just to do it, just like I did the last time. Except it's been a long time since I did it. I'm a lot older now, or I'm a little older now, and you know, it was fun. Might be fun to do it with somebody. Somebody who's got a little bit of an adventurous spirit in them. Anyway, I'm just looking here. Man, this place is just all metal. It's all metal. That's all it is here. It's a concrete and metal jungle. An earthquake would probably devastate this place, this area. I don't even want to think about it. You know, you live on an island, you can get island fever. You live on a beach or near a beach, on a coast, that's a little different. That might be plausible. So, like I said, I wanted to go and travel down to the south and go check some places out. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do a train trip. Maybe October, November, I'll do a train trip and go from Chiang Mai down to, what is it? Baitong, something like that. And I'll stop at a couple places in the south and go check them out and see, is it worth having a part-time place on the coast. Not Hua Hin. Anyway. There it is there. Smash that like button. Keep smashing everything. Smash the like button, subscribe, click the join. At AmericanInBangkok.com, Patreon.com/AnAmericanInBangkok. Get your merch. Get your merch. There's discounts. Look up on the top of the website. There are discounts for a number of things. What else? That's about it. Fun, fun, fun. But I wanted to know, is the audio better now than it was in the past, or can you not tell? Can anybody tell me, please? Anybody? There's 32 people in here. Nobody can tell me if they hear me all right, if the sound is good, if it's better than they remember in the past. Do you think the new Prime Minister will be able to pass lowering electricity costs? No. I don't think he cares about it, to be honest. I really don't think he cares about it. And, you know, he's a bit of a... I don't even want to say it. I don't want to get into it with him or about him. To me, he's just another guy in office, you know. He said he is. Well, if he said he is, maybe he is, but I wouldn't count on it. I don't know. We'll see. If he does, that would be good, because my electricity is ridiculous. I pay the same here in Thailand as I would probably pay back in the U.S., or more than I used to pay in the U.S. I pay more here than I used to pay in the U.S. when I lived in the U.S., and more than some people pay now. A lot of people are not paying over $200 for their electricity bill in the United States. I mean, some people are, but there are some people who are not. Yes, it would be great. Now you're starting to care about these things, because you're going to live here. Nobody's going to say anything about the audio. Audio, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Jesus. 33 people. I got one person talking, and nobody will say anything about the audio. That's really nice. Thank you, everybody. I hear you fine. Is it clear? Is it better than in the past? Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. As long as you can hear me, that's it's all good. And that's pretty much all I can say. Well, thank you, Zach. Thank you for commenting. Appreciate it. I'm glad to hear you guys can... you know, the thing about this is that there's no batteries in this mic. So it's really good for me. You might want to hit refresh or something like that. I don't know. I don't know about the delay, because hard for me to say. Small delay here as well. Okay. Okay, yeah, you might want to hit refresh, but it might not help. I don't know. Really don't know. Sorry to hear that. It kind of sucks. But anyway, we're about done here. You hit refresh many times. Okay. Well, if it doesn't help, I don't know what to tell you. If it helps, great. Anyway, that's all I have. I'm done. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok, and I will talk to you guys later. Chokdi Lel Jerkan Mai, thank you for joining me. Thank you. Even if you don't comment, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. So I will talk to you guys later.